So, I have one nephew, two nieces. I had two sisters. The females of my family were the strong ones. They were the better ones, I guess. My ma, my sister who wound up passing away, she was one of the strongest people I ever met. Never felt sorry for herself, always happy, was ready to help anybody. And my other sister, very successful. I also have brothers too, and I have two nieces. Again, God willing, hopefully I'll have a large family and have at least 2 daughters and many sons. And besides the fact that, I don't want them to be, I want to vaccinate them or inoculate them against feminism. At some point teach them about feminism. That feminism isn't about empowering women. It's pretty much weird social justice, Marxist crap. And it's about weakening women, making them weak, telling them that they're powerless, and that they're victims, permanent victims, and that they can't solve any of their own problems, that they always have to get a man to solve the problems for them. This is video number 2, and I'm not, that wasn't a joke that, in that sociology class I had, that the teacher said that holding a door for a woman is just like rape. Because it's showing that you're more powerful. I hold the door for anybody. It's just rude not to. You walk through the door, you grab onto it for an extra couple seconds, so, a person can go through to slam in the face. But, what was it? There's another one out there, and I had heard this, what was it, what did they say? They said, oh, it's so crazy, I can't even remember. I'm not making this up. Women shouldn't take self-defense classes. Women shouldn't take precautions when walking through a sketchy area, especially after a night of drinking. Because they might get raped. They should teach men not to rape, as if that's not universal. You can't teach a man not to rape. Every man knows that's evil. In fact, I think most men wouldn't have I wouldn't have the ability to rape somebody. I couldn't. First of all, it's so evil and wicked to the point where I almost feel like throwing up talking about it. Plus, I wouldn't even be able to get hard. But honestly, you have to be evil and perverted to do that. But it's wrong to teach a good woman to kick the shit out of a rapist. What? Or I heard another, I guess they call them social justice warriors or feminists, that it's better for a woman to be killed than raped. Or if a woman is raped, the most merciful thing the rapist could do a way to redeem himself is to kill her. Because to a feminist, that's all women are, is they're just victims permanently, and they need men to solve all their problems. And again, the issue of abortion, for them, they don't seem to give a shit about the fact that the child inside the girl or the woman, and there's an attachment, there's an emotional attachment, especially the farther along you get, and you don't know how the girl's going to react. That woke me up. I talked about that in the previous video. Or that a woman who chooses to stay home and raise her kids is somehow committing a crime against women. I want my daughters, God willing, hopefully I'll have daughters. First of all, they will have a religion, because I believe culture is important. Whether they believe in God or not, that's going to be up to them. They will have a religion, they will have traditions. They will be taught the languages of their ancestors and their, exactly ancestors, their family, as well as English. And they will be strong and smart. And if they want to be a stay-at-home mom, good for them. If they want to be friggin' President of the United States, go for it. If they want to be, rocket scientist, awesome. If they want to be chef, cool. Go do that. But feminism doesn't believe in any of that. Feminism says, if you're married and your husband makes enough money where he can support you as a woman and your children, that you should work as well. I mean, I heard this Australian woman, when Christopher Hitchens was still alive, telling him that he was being sexist because he wasn't making his wife work. Kids don't need a mother, It's better if they're latchkey kids, To be a good mother is one of the best things. What's better than a mother? Nothing. I think it's because of Protestant America is the reason why feminism happened, because feminism, I think, is actual hatred of women. Whereas in other societies you have things like the Theotokos, the Mother of God, the Virgin Mary, all generations will call me blessed. In the Eastern Orthodox Church we call Mary Magdalene the 13th apostle. We've never associated her with prostitution. So we have strong women. We have a woman like Pelagia, who was going to be raped by a Roman soldier, and in order to keep her virtue, she wound up throwing herself out a window and landed on the rocks, killed herself, martyrdom. Because that rape would be a forced marriage, and it would also be pagan, so she was brave. And there are also women warriors like Joan of Arc, even though I'm not Catholic and Joan of Arc's Catholic. but still, you know. We had great empresses, Empress Irene, Empress Theodora. But the feminists don't want you looking to them. You know? Because to be a mother is to be a peon. You know, you're shit unless you work a lot and never see your kid. You know, if you're a stay-at-home mom, you know, you're shit to the feminists. So, I'll, you know, when I have daughters and they come of age, I'll teach them about the fact that feminism is basically this weird, twisted form of Marxism, and that they're not victims, and that they don't need a man to run to them, for them to run to every single time. They don't need to keep blaming everything on man, that they can handle their own problems. Sometimes you need help, sometimes everybody sometimes needs some help, you know, but hopefully, you know, I'll have beautiful daughters, and, you know, enroll them in, you know, like classes so they know how to fight, so if any man tries to lay hands on them and, you know, gets forceful with them, they can kick the shit out of them. What's better than, you know, a beautiful woman kicking the shit out of a friggin' perverted rapist? Nothing. I hope that never has to happen, but just in case, you know. But a feminist would say no. Don't ever teach a woman to defend themselves. You need to teach a man not to rape. As if every man already doesn't know that rape is just fucking repulsive and evil and perverted. And the only people that rape are evil, sick perverts that are sociopaths that have no regard for anyone else. I mean, feminism is anti-woman. That's the thing. It's a hatred for femaleness. They don't see any beauty in being a female. You know, it's almost like they either want to be men, or they want to be men, they hate men, or they want basically men to be their slaves. Whereas hopefully in the future my daughters will be equal to men, and they will, through their ability, supersede men and be better than them through their own skill, intelligence, and strength. And they'll be the ones, you know, building, you know, the advanced robots, or, you know, being the President of the United States, or coming up with a new form of surgery. But to feminism, everything I'm saying is, you know, blasphemy. Or heresy, at least. You know. But, yeah. So, take it easy, peace to you. And at the end of all my videos, may God save Serbia, Syria, and Ireland. Yeah, and I'm going to teach my daughters, when I have them, about their cultural background, their heritage, and they'll learn the language of their people, as well as English. And their sex and their race shouldn't matter at all. There should be their ability and skill and strength.